Amazing. All right, we are still 1 month away from the Medtronic Twin Cities Marathon.
And even if you aren't getting ready for the race and you just want to do a little jogging, it is a great time to start thinking about your routine. So today, we start helping you out here with the new segment we're calling Run with KARE. Sven Sundgaard is out at Hopkins High School this morning to kick things off. Hey, Sven.
Hey, Janelle and Tim. How far have you guys ran this morning? Probably not as far as these guys have already. And I wanted to talk to a high school track team because that's probably a good place to start with training and motivating, because these guys start really early in the season, actually. And we're kicking off Run with KARE today. We're going to be doing this every Friday leading up to the marathon, which is October 7th this year, the 31st anniversary of the Twin Cities Medtronic Marathon. And these kids are getting ready, doing a bunch of weird stuff that we're going to talk about in a few minutes, why they do that, and what it's working on and all those things. But I'm here with Mike. You're their head coach, right?
I'm the head boys coach.
Okay, and so talk a little bit about their training routine, because you're telling me that they're halfway done with the season by the time, or halfway done with their training by the time the season actually starts.
We start right after the track season in June, and we continue on into August. Now, officially our cross-country season starts in August, but prior to that point, the kids are putting in miles, and so they're forming this large base so that when they get to the season start, we can do something different than just miles. And we're doing intervals and hills and something that will be a supplement to their racing and their traiing.
And now, any of these guys do marathons specifically? I mean, that's not really a high school event, is it?
No. In fact, I hope they don't until they get out of college. But
because they're still developing, right?
Absolutely, and they're running maybe on their long runs between 8 and 14 miles on a long run.
Which
So
most people at home are saying that's long enough anyway.
Yeah.
But so you're really just working in the mileage during the summer months so that you have something to work with them now once the season actually starts.
Exactly. So the season started. Now we can continue their miles and just do extra stuff and sprinkle with some good activities.
All right. Well, we're gonna talk to your assistant coach here, Nick.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what they're doing here. It looks kind of funny if somebody were just driving by and looking through the window.
We don't do the same static stretching that we used to do in the 80s and 90s. It's more of a dynamic stretching now.
Okay.
So after they've warmed up and they've gotten the blood moving,
they went for a little run first. Okay.
Yep. So rather than stretching a muscle that's cold, we want to stretch a muscle that's warm. And so they're doing what we call dynamic stretching. So it involves more of a full range of motion movement. And then once their blood is pumping through their muscles, then if they still feel soreness, then they can go ahead and do a static stretch, which would be just isolating on a hamstring or a quad or some other muscle that they feel soreness
like
in.
right now, it looks like they're isolating hamstrings, maybe?
Yeah, it's hamstrings, glutes a little bit, and really trying to stretch that hip flexor.
Okay, and this is stuff that people can do at home, like before their run. Just go for a quick little warm-up jog and then start stretching.
Absolutely. So that one they just saw was called the donkey kick.
All right.
We call it.
I was gonna say it looked like a horse or a donkey.
Fire hydrant.
Okay.
You
Great.
see that on your morning walk.
Awesome. Well, thanks. We're going to talk more about that. We're going to talk about nutrition coming up and other ways to stay motivated and maybe shake up your routine a little bit for running coming up here throughout Sunrise today.
It's got to be terrible for you, talking about running and being around all these runners.
I love it, but I haven't moved yet, so I'm going to move a little bit later, I think. They've been warming up. I've just been standing here.
All right, we'll check in with you then. Thank you, Sven.
Thanks, Sven.
Yep.